All right, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're inside Christy Sports, located at the end of Bridge and Wall Street, right next to Gandhi One. Randy Braden. I'm coming off a busy holiday time. The New Year is upon us. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, skiing's not bad, man. We got out there yesterday and had some great groomers, man. It's fun, man. The snow's holding up pretty well.
I think it's good to educate people that it's not. I mean, we obviously like to ski the powder, but corduroy is wonderful also. And the team here at Vail, the grooming team, the snowmaking team, they've made it so we have a great track of corduroy every day. And it's a little bit different than powder, but it's still wonderful in its own right.
You know, a lot of people, we get a lot of guests from the East Coast. You know, and obviously these guys are really good at skiing hardpack, but they're not so good at skiing powder. And they always ask, how do I become a good powder skier? And I was like, you got to move out here and live here. But the basis of all good powder skiers, you got to have the fundamentals. And the fundamentals come from skiing groomers.
Yeah.
You know?
And then it also comes from having the right foundation under your feet. Let's go there. Let's talk about boot fitting.
Boot fitting. You know, nothing is more important than a good fitting boot. Having happy feet is the foundation for having a happy ski day. And if your boots are any problem with your boot is just magnified, and you can't concentrate on your skiing when your feet hurt. So we really specialize in doing great boot fitting, and some of that comes from the Fisher. Fisher was one of the first companies to come out there and offer a complete 100% fully customized boot molded. And we mold it right here on our little Fisher machine, which basically takes air, compressed air, and wraps it around a warmed shell, and then compresses around that to give you every nuance of your foot, your ankle, and every aspect of it is completely molded to your foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had a chance. I got a pair of Fishers, a new pair of Rangers, and I spent time with Jeff up in Beaver Creek and hopped on that machine with Brad and the crew, and it takes about an hour, maybe a little bit more, and you walk out of there feeling very confident that your skiing is only going to be elevated and you can stay out there longer because everything feels great.
The one thing it does that it's hard to do is get the boot and your ski completely flat. The first time I ever jumped on one after I did a vac, I was like, this is what Tommy Moe and Lindsay and Michaela all must feel, because the skiing was perfect. It wasn't, the skiing, the boot actually made up for any problems that I had in my stance. So I didn't have to change anything to make my skiing, get better, which was amazing.
And I think also it's nice to let people know that if maybe you're not in the market for a brand new boot, but you're just having some issues with the way the boot's fitting. Maybe you're tucking your long johns inside of your ski boots without even knowing it. Little things like that your team can take a quick look and say, you know what, try this, and make the difference, the world of a difference.
We do that in the rentals all day long, always educating people on the one ski sock, not a bunch of stuff down in below the buckle line, and they come back and they just had the most pleasant experience because of the experience that we gave them of, the things not to do.
Do you see people that come in there like, God, my shins are killing me? You're like, take the boot off, pull your pant leg up, let me take a look at your shin, and there's red marks and ripples everywhere from the bunching up of the socks and the long john. Something that simple can just ruin your day.
And once the bruising starts, you can't go backwards. So we really try to educate the guests before it starts, because after the problem has already started, there's not much you can do.
Okay, I'm going to ask you about the ski real quick, because Jimmy off camera is saying you got to talk about that ski.
So this is the mantra, the vocal mantra. It's been longly known as one of the hottest skis out there. This ski's kind of started it all in the fatter ski revolution. But mantra are discontinued. They're no longer putting any money into the mantra. But here at Christie's, we have two pair of the last of the mantras. They're both in 184s. But we have
kind of a perfect size, too.
It is. For a taller guy or somebody more aggressive, like I'd ski the 184 all day. It's a great ski, but if you've been looking for a mantra, and they're not going to make them anymore, so this is the last of them, and we have the last two pair in stock.
All right, good to see you, buddy.
Thank you for having us. Come in and see us at Christie's and shop for all the cool stuff that we have in the store.
Come in and see him at Christie's. That's what he said. Find out what their mantra is. We got weather coming up next.